It's really important to choose the right property manager to manage your property. Your property is a great investment and needs to be looked after accordingly.
The best way to, choose a property manager is to be referred. If you've got somebody who's used a property manager before and they highly recommend them, it's a good start.
When asking for references of the current property manager, perhaps ask them what's their communication like, what's their procedure for late payments of their tenant, how often do they go and do a routine inspection to ensure that the property is in the best condition it can be. Generally speaking, it should be after the first 3 months of tenancy and 6 monthly after that.
I mean, you can interview a property manager, have some questions, try and negotiate with them, for instance. Be maybe a bit abruptive, or sometimes be a little bit more soft and gentle, and see exactly how they handle you, knowing that's how they're going to handle a tenant. Test them.
An example of a test that you could ask your property manager is, what's the notice period required for a landlord to give the tenant if they want to take back possession of the property after the tenancy has ended? And the answer would be 60 days. If your property manager is switched on, they should know the answer to that.
Besides the obvious things, which is ensuring that they have the right experience, the right knowledge, and in-depth understanding of the Residential Tenancy Act, some other thing you need to look at is, are they able to negotiate? Because the tenants are going to negotiate with your property manager. They're going to be negotiating with them all of the time. So they have to be great negotiators.
When choosing a property manager, have a look at the reports they produce each time they do a routine inspection. An ideal report would include photos, so you can actually see the property in its current condition and not actually have to go to the inspection yourself. They should be able to save you time.
It may sound simple, but so many property managers do not inspect the property at all. So you want evidence that they've inspected, which is photos. You want at least an absolute bare minimum of every 12 months if you've got a very well-established tenant. However, in the first few months, for instance, you may want a 3-month inspection, a 6-month inspection, then a 12-month inspection, to making sure they are actually keeping the property in good order.
Ask the property manager what their experience is, who they've worked for in the past, how long they've been a property manager. It's important to establish that that property manager is experienced in the area that you've got your property.
It's also making sure you've got some form of reporting back. You want to have some form of systemised communication method where you know when to expect communication from your property manager, and your property manager knows when you're expecting that. If you have that communication, a lot of times any questions you've got are already answered.